Travis, we got to talk about it.
I don't think we have to, but go ahead.
Okay. Well, in case you missed the Instagram post heard around the world, Travis and Taylor are engaged.
I appreciate everybody that reached out and sent something, and all the posts and all the excitement that's been going on. It's been really fun telling everybody who I'm going to be spending the rest of my life with.
Yay!
That's right.
Well,
and thank you guys for the congratulations that you sent out last week.
You saw it?
Yes, I did.
Nice.
It was very nice of you, Jason.
Thank you.
It was very nice of you, although you had already congratulated me.
Yeah,
You had to do it on
talked
behalf
about
of New Heights.
Everyone saw the Instagram post, but here's the twist. Travis Kelce didn't say anything publicly until over a week later. Why was he so quiet when the whole world was buzzing about his engagement to Taylor Swift? And more importantly, what finally made him open up on his podcast? Stick around, because the way he described introducing Taylor as his fiancée might be the most heartwarming and giddy moment of his career.
Oh,
yeah.
How was the last week been?
Exciting. It's been awesome. Yeah.
Isn't it? There's something different about calling somebody your fiance. It felt like it would have been weird if we didn't do it, and we wanted to send that message.
What? No, thank you guys. Yeah.
There's a comedian that has a whole bit about it, but I think they nailed it. I'm talking about like it was John Mulaney, I think, is talking about girlfriend versus all of a sudden you're like, this is my fiance.
Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video.
My wife, there's something way more official to it.
Yeah, 100%. I felt that at the game, actually. It was my first time introducing Taylor as my fiance to a few of my teammates.
There we go.
So yeah, it was pretty cool.
Don't you get giddy saying it?
I did.
You can't read about it in a Cosmopolitan magazine and expect that they're going to know your person. You got to know your person.
Yeah, you might be able to get some ideas from how other people did it.
No, those other people.
I hear you, man. You got to know your gal. You got to know your gal or your significant other. You got to know them.
You can't.
And you can't let how somebody else does it make you feel like you need to do it that way.
Travis Kelce staying silent for over a week made the whole situation even louder. The internet was buzzing like a broken alarm clock, fans refreshing feeds every 5 minutes, and still nothing from him. It wasn't like a normal couple where you just text a buddy to confirm. This was the NFL star and the global pop icon. Everyone assumed that once that photo hit Instagram, Kelce would say something cheerful or corny right away. But instead, he went full statue mode. For a guy known for being talkative and goofy, the silence stood out even more. People were asking if he was saving it for a press conference, or maybe just hiding in a man cave with snacks. Missing in action while the world screams about your personal life is one way to cause chaos. The photo itself was what started the frenzy. The ring, the smiles, the whole thing looked like something from a catalogue. It didn't even need words. It screamed engagement on its own. But that silence left everyone in the awkward spot of not knowing if it was a hard launch or just a soft flex. The lack of a caption became its own meme. One fan posted a screenshot with the caption, "Can someone tell Travis what Instagram captions are for?" And that comment alone had tens of thousands of likes. TikTok creators weren't just predicting a wedding date, they were drawing timelines of when Travis would finally say anything, down to what they thought he would wear during the reveal. Of course, half those TikTokers also predicted Kim Kardashian was going to marry an alien, so the accuracy wasn't exactly high, but the entertainment factor was off the charts. Media outlets didn't help calm it down. Some headlines treated the photo like it was a royal announcement, while others pushed the idea that maybe this was just trolling. You had gossip columns arguing about whether Taylor had already written 3 breakup songs about the engagement photo before it even aged past 24 hours. Sports analysts, who usually talk about touchdowns and tackling, started pretending to be relationship experts on live TV. It was like watching people argue on cable news, except instead of debating politics, they were debating whether a ring on Instagram counts as legally binding. Every outlet wanted to be the first with the official answer, but without Kelce speaking, They were just screaming into the void. Fans were split between celebration and confusion, and the coping mechanism was memes. One meme compared Kelce's silence to waiting for your dad to finally come back from the store. Another made fun of how Taylor always writes songs about men, suggesting this time the song should be called Silent Tight End. TikTok was drowning with theory videos. Some claimed Kelce must be hiding because he was nervous about the public reaction. Others thought maybe they were planning some over-the-top announcement at a Chiefs game with fireworks, mascots, and maybe even a halftime musical from Taylor herself. The silence gave people room to imagine anything, and the internet does not need more room for imagination. Then came the podcast moment. Jason, being the mischievous older brother, casually drops the engagement reference like he's talking about what they had for lunch. It's the perfect sibling move. Act like it's no big deal and watch your brother squirm. Travis didn't squirm, he lit up instead. Finally, the statue talked. He acknowledged it, clear as day, and called Taylor his fiancée. That single word made headlines faster than a missed field goal in overtime. You could hear the excitement in his voice, like a kid bragging about his first crush, except this crush happens to sell out stadiums worldwide. He even admitted he still gets giddy saying the word, which is not the energy you expect from a guy who bulldozes giant linebackers for a living. That giddiness felt real. It wasn't the type of thing you say because you have to. It was the kind of little boy joy that sneaks out even when you try to play it cool. For once, the guy who's always controlled on the field didn't sound like a football player giving a rehearsed interview. He sounded like any other human figuring out how surreal life can feel when things change. He even shared how calling her his fiancée gave him a special feeling, especially when introducing her around his teammates. It was like each time he said it out loud, the reality of it sank in a little deeper. That detail hit supporters in the feels. The mystery turned into joy, and the internet traded its theories for heart emojis. The best part is that everything doesn't have to come through words. Beyond the podcast, their goofy little public moments kept showing up online, from sideline smiles to playful handshakes, giving fans even more to laugh at or swoon over. It was no longer about when or if Kelce would confirm it. The engagement lived on its own, confirmed not by the silence, but by every laugh, every gesture, every obvious moment between them. Kelce's giddy reveal did more than just give a headline. It ended the guessing game and turned vague rumors into something solid. Instead of watching people argue online about hidden meanings in a photo, fans finally had a moment they could point to and say, okay, this is real. That difference matters. Gossip fades fast, but shared moments last longer, especially when they come straight from him instead of a headline. And if Kelce can barely contain his excitement over using the word fiancé, just imagine the internet meltdown when he finally starts saying wife.